But if we're talking about the end of the world, that's different.
If anything goes, are you willing to murder at the end of the world?
Yeah, dude. I'm willing to murder before that.
Where's that line? Just a bad Friday.
Probably about $2.5 million. I think I could be a hitman.
All right. Is 2.5 mil including expenses?
Yeah. I'll do him that
You're
deal.
a generous hitman.
You know, it's just like, let's make it easier. You know, I don't want to have to like charge you $2.5 million plus like whatever the fuck I spend. Then I have to keep my receipts. That's dangerous in itself. That's proof that I was near that person.
Cash App, bro. Cash App.
So, I mean, all right. I mean, that's fair, but I mean, let's just make it easy. You know?
2.5.
Let's just make it easy.
I'll get it done?
I'll get it done.
You're such a considerate assassin.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, like, I have a very, like, forgettable face, but also non-threatening.
You're kind of big, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm big, but, like...
No, you know what? The word
I don't
you're
look
sturdy.
like...
That's what I would say. And
okay.
you do have a gentle demeanor to you.
Right.
So you're right in that sense. You're not Agent 47, you're Agent 69.
Right, yeah.
Because you're kind of a giver.
Right. Like, the person that I'm going to kill, I'm going to, like, convince them to let me walk them to their door.
Also, detectives that are currently listening to this now in the future, hi. Welcome to Gameboiz podcast.
Yep, this is the one where we talk about it.
That's the title. This is where it happened. Anyway, so I do have an XB. I can drop the back seats. We can put a body in there. I am more than willing to be an accomplice to murder. Currently,
I mean,
no line.
I
if
think,
you're like, dude, I'll float you some dubs.
I think as a hitman, I don't think that like I need to dispose of the body. If we're talking about like removal of someone, like
is that an upcharge?
That is definitely an upcharge. That's got to be at least 4, because that's a whole extra thing.
Yeah, because now you have to hire someone else too.
Yeah,
it's hard for someone to carry a body. You don't realize how heavy someone is until they're dead.
They're heavy. Yeah, they're heavy people, and I mean, I could just sit with a sniper rifle and wait for them to come home. Just done.
Yeah, they're like, this weird rock came through the window.
Yep.
Exactly. Are you a distance guy? Are you the mage? You like to reach out from the other side?
I think it kind of depends on the scenario.
So you're an adaptive assassin.
Yeah.
Can you swim?
Yeah.
That's better than
Good
Altair
swimmer.
in Assassin's Creed 1.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Broke my soul.
It's just like...
I was very upset when I realized you couldn't swim. I was like, fuck you. This doesn't make any sense.
You live in a city by water and you can't swim?
Yeah. You're a assassin? You can kill people with 9 fingers and you can't swim? Like, they didn't even explain it to me. Like, oh, his fucking gear's heavy. Okay, I get that. He just couldn't swim.
You know what that is? It's a video game. That's it. That's the only explanation they needed.
Yeah, and because he was in the Animus, and you're like, oh, he never went swimming in the city, so he doesn't have any memory for it.
True.
Sorry for writing your game better than you. Fucking assholes. All right,
They were probably just like, it would take so much work to have him swim. Can we just not?
It would. Yeah, you're right. Considering they basically delivered us the free running motion in the open world.
Yeah, how dare you?
I'll give you a little leeway.
You're so rude, dude.
But then put it in the dialogue. That's just being lazy. Like,
okay.
Or maybe they do need someone like me to test the games. Maybe out of their 30 testers, nobody was like, I wonder if you can jump in the river.
Dude, no, they definitely did it because they obviously had an instance for it.
I guess. But then put a dialogue for it. That's just an extra step at that point. Be like, hey, intern, fix this.
Interns don't fix the games.
No? What do? They just assist the people?
They fucking get coffee. And they just watch them code, probably.
Literally. Watch. He's going to write a 7. 7. Oh, wow. Look at that line. It's beautiful. It's graceful.
I never would have come up with that, you know. I was thinking, I don't know the terms, so.
Yeah. We should talk to someone that does know the terms. Do we know anybody that codes?
Yeah. we do now.
True. Do we have any friends that code? Hey, friends, listen, all 8 of you.
I used to know Java.
That's dope.
Yeah. When I was in college, I took a test for Java. I got 100% on it.
Jesus.
Yep. I lost that since.
I don't know how to ask, like, what is Java in a nutshell? Because
It's a programming language.
But, like, how do you program into it? What is it, like, mathematical, or is it?
It depends on what you want the program to do.
Because when you say Java, I think coffee primarily.
Yeah, that's their logo.
Oh yeah, that was always on those games where it's like, hey, update this so you can play, and
that
then
was
I
made
don't.
in that language.
I don't like it.
I never got to the point where I was able to like make games and stuff, but like I could like do like a simple like mathematics thing, and usually it would just be like it would come up in like a text format. Like you would program it to output in like just like the prompt, like the screen prompt. And it was very basic stuff, mathematics.
Is that what turned you off to like that side of your knowledge breath? You're like, oh, I want to learn how to make games and computers and stuff, and you went into Java and you're like, this is stupid.
No, I like Java, but once they got into like theory of like algorithms and stuff, I was like, we weren't even like coding anything. It was just like coding for a random algorithm, but it was I don't know. It was just like very like theoretical, and I'm like, when do we just do stuff? You know what I mean?
That's weird.
Like
as fuck.
there was no just like, all right, I'm gonna show you how to make this. Like it's like, come on, like let's do something. They were just like,
do people like Bill Gates and stuff? Then they just came up picking that up, correct?
well,
like 'cause
Bill
it sounds
Gates
daunting to learn.
That's a little different because computers and computer language would have been new in his lifetime. So he was like,
Took to it like a duck to water.
yeah, for sure. He definitely understood it on another level. And he was super smart.
Fucking
He dropped out of college, but people forget that he dropped out of college and made Microsoft. Like
he was like, I have all the information.
he's incredibly smart.
I'm good.
And that's why we need to listen to him about vaccines, okay? Trust me. Just listen to him. He's not making money off it. Just trust him. Anyway, but he kind of made the programming language for a computer. I can't remember exactly what it was and how it worked, but he basically did like the punch hole thing.
Oh, yeah. Like the code cards.
Yeah, so that like the machines can understand it. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's so beyond me.
It's like trying to understand cavemen at that, because you're literally taking like a stone to tablet to punch this card out, and we're over here like it lights and shit,
Yeah.
dude. Like, no, we don't even use stuff. We use space.
Right. They literally had their first meeting like in a hotel room. Like they're like, come to our office, our Microsoft office, and they just rented a hotel room. They just put a piece of paper that said Microsoft in the window.
Nice. I hope they had nice handwriting. Probably not. Fucking dorks don't have nice
Yeah, no,
handwriting.
not at all. But it didn't matter. Like the product is so good.
They should go back and buy that complex. Be like, this is ours now.
Yeah.
Because this is where it started. And
Right.
then that's
Like
where
an
the
office
Microsoft
somewhere.
Museum is.
Right.
Do they have a
Right.
museum?
I don't know.
Fuck, dude. They should. I think everyone's missing out. I want like an Apple museum and a
Yeah.
Microsoft and an Amazon museum with like dead Chinese in the lobby. Because
Yeah.
let's be real.
There was a good show. I think it was a show. It might have been a movie. It was called The Pirates of Silicon Valley. This came out a while ago, but it kind of went through the whole thing of like Microsoft and Apple and IBM and like who was taking what ideas and like using them. So it was a very contentious time.
lot of corporate espionage. Is that the word?
Sure.
Where like that's now why when you apply for a job and stuff, they have it in the contract. It says, all right, there's proprietary information you're gonna know,
Yeah.
and you can't tell anybody.
Yeah. But I don't. And it was so early in the whole thing that like nobody knew what to do or what to expect. And like the first like user interface was not made by Microsoft or Apple.
Is it IBM?
No, it was like Epson,
ABC? Fuck them.
the printers.
Fuck Epson.
Yeah. And then I think like Apple saw it in a demo and then like stole that idea essentially.
Like, oh.
And it wasn't like they like stole the code, they just stole the idea.
Right.
And so it wasn't like
They're like, we didn't even think about point and click.
yeah, and it's like nobody owns the idea. That's where like intellectual property, like people were like, well that was our like that's not your, you can't own the idea. So
can you apply that to like comedy though? Where it's like, no, they don't own the idea, but that's their premise. Because there's definitely premises like that where you're like, that's their premise. Is that theft or
depends on the person?
Is it sampling? Or?
Depends on the person. I mean, if you're just doing the same premise, that's different. It's not like if the joke is different, but if the joke is exactly the same, like somebody's not being honest.
But there's a lot of people on the planet.
I know, but the odds that like you come up with like the same joke word for word are like slim to none.
What's that principle where like the 1,000 monkeys and Shakespeare?
It's an infinite amount of monkeys at typewriters,
and there's an infinite amount of ideas going on at all times.
but there's not an infinite amount of people.
But there's an infinite amount of potential. And this is where I want to talk to you about crystals.
I'm sold.
What is your birthstone, William?
You're
a topaz.
Sure.
Never mind.
Is it orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like amber colored.
Yeah,
it's
of course
the
it is.
dumbest looking out
How
of all of the jewels.
Dare you?
It is the dumbest one. You know what's cool?
Fuck you,
the
bro.
ruby. The ruby's
yours
fucking
is the
dope.
same one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because everyone else, like when you have birthstones, you look at like they put them in rings and shit.
Like
There's
blue.
like green and blue.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty.
lightsabers, and now I
Right.
have fucking yellow.
You just need to get like a black ring,
Why? Black
because
on.
then it'll stand out.
But then I look like Dracula. That's weird.
So
Maybe
Should
one of
we
those,
both
those
get one?
tungsten ones. You want like matching, like
Yeah.
a half heart, one with a
And
W,
then-
one with a G.
and then we can.
Oh, Wonder Twins power. We
Yeah.
can. Oh yeah, dude. We should make them so where they interconnect.
Yeah.
One's like got a male piece.
They
the
light
other has
up?
a female piece. Don't talk me more into this, dude. Stop it.
If they could light up when we.
If they could
that'd be so
light up
cool.
and emit a shimmer sound,
Yeah.
go, I'm in every time.
I'm gonna find custom.
No, we're gonna make them
Okay.
and then we're gonna sell them.
Oh.
We call them buddy
Are
bands.
you smart enough to do that? You've had 3 different ideas with the same name, buddy bands.
Yep.
The first one
It's
was
versatile, isn't it?
The first one was music. We have a boy band. And
But
and
that's
then-
buddy band,
right.
like Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
That's the alliteration.
Okay.
It's a throwback. Continue. I don't see why this is a bad idea.
The second one was the whoop straps, which I'm still for. The customized whoop straps.
Yeah.
And then the third one is the rings.
Oh, the second one, by the way, ends with a Z. Buddy
Okay.
bands.
Okay.
Because it's fashion. And I grew up in the 90s.
All right. And then the third one,
What's the third one you said?
buddy bands. The ring.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Buddy bands, and then in like little subscripts, like strong tungsten rings. I'll work on that.
Why tungsten?
It sounds
What
catchy.
is tungsten?
It's that
Do you even know?
that black scratch-free metal.
Oh, that doesn't tell me
It's
anything.
it's not an expensive material, I don't think.
Looks like poop.
Like the material looks like shit, or
Yeah.
why does it look like poop? Oh, I guess so. Maybe. What is like? Read the wiki on tungsten, bro. Teach our
what?
listeners
The
about
what?
tungsten. The wiki.
Tungsten is a rare metal found naturally on Earth and almost exclusively combined with other elements and chemical compounds rather than alone. It was identified as a new element in 1781 and first isolated as a metal in 1783. Its important ores include wolframite and scheelite.
That sounds like it's from a comic book. Like they're making shit up. I mean,
Yeah.
technically they're always making shit up, I guess.
I mean, if they're right, it's
I mean,
it
they're not.
stays.
It's
made
not that
up.
they're right. They're just first. Like there's nothing for it.
I mean, you can't be wrong and be first. I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah, you could.
I
like
bet
you know
s-
who was wrong the first
Yeah.
time? The dude that discovered mercury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How
that's just
so?
poisonous.
Oh yeah.
He was wrong the first time.
But it works great in thermometers, so
I know, it's
we
so
got to
fucking
keep it
cool.
around.
It's also why we have the T1000 look like it looked, because it's supposed to be like mercury, liquid metal.
The T1000.
Yeah, from Terminator.
Oh.
T2. Have you seen this boy? That guy?
Okay.
Glasses?
Yeah.
White guy?
I got it, dude.
Chasing John Connor?
I mean, I guess we can go with tungsten. Is it going to be like a dark color?
Yeah, because Black Lives Matter.
Wow.
It's nice, actually. You can get them at like flea markets, really. But
Tungsten ring.
but yeah, a nice finish. You can get it like matte, or you can get it shiny.
Oh.
I don't know who Matt is, but he took it.
Yeah, I don't really like matte stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'd rather it shine a little.
I want my car in your red, but matte. Maybe a little darker. Like that scarlet, that deep red. I don't know
Okay.
why.
Have you done that on Need for Speed yet?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
That was my first main car wrap. Like I didn't want to change it. And then once I did, I started changing it all the time.
Yeah.
But
It's weird that it's like not very expensive.
yeah,
I feel like in real life it costs a lot to get your car wrapped.
It doesn't.
And re-wrapped.
it does.
Really?
Yeah, it's maybe $500-$600.
That's a lot to me.
But to repaint it
Yeah.
could be up to like $10,000.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
depending
kinda
on the
crazy.
paint quality and the finish. Like pearlescent paint, when it's custom paint,
Yeah.
that's gonna be up there. But like to just repaint it black, like a flat black, not a matte black,
Uh-huh.
but like a black without a clear coat, $400,
That's,
300 maybe. Think about
that's
the
why
people,
it looks shitty.
but think about the people that have just rust stains on their car that you're like, dude, just spray that whole thing black real quick, just for a second, because then clear coat's like
It's
$100.
always noticeable.
It's so gross. Just get a new car, guys. Catch the bus.
Wow, dude, your privilege is showing.
It is. Hey, I bought all of my cars. In fact, I bought a stick shift without knowing how to drive a stick shift.
You're stupid.
It was a rough week.
I
Yeah,
bet.
I was like 20. I made terrible decisions. I drove to a town that was like 40 minutes away with my roommate's truck. He came by, and then he was like, "Yeah, I can drive a stick." And then when we got there, he was like, "Yeah, no, I never said I could drive a stick, dude. I don't know. I can't drive it home." And I was like, "Well, I guess I have to drive it home now." So
Wow.
I watched it on YouTube real quick.
Did you figure it out?
It's eventually, like, once you get it going, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
You know, but like getting it into first gear on my own without anyone to talk me through it took like 3 days. Easy.
What makes it so difficult?
There's a sweet spot where you lift the clutch and engage the accelerator. Like there's a point where they can kind of pass each other. You know, it's a timing thing. Too much clutch and the engine dies. Too much gas and it just over revs.
Okay.
So it needs to catch. And there's a spot, and the spot's kind of different with every car. So what you learn on is usually the hardest, and it just gets easier because you know like where to adjust your feet. But it is finding that sweet spot. There
That
are
makes sense.
easier ways to do it.
Yeah, I got an automatic car.
No, it's not as fun. I definitely did miss driving a stick.
I mean, I'm sure it's fun, but like,
But then I plan my life around traffic, and that's annoying.
yeah, I mean, most people do.
Not to our level, though.
That's true.
Not to like, if I leave at 3:30 in the morning, I can get to LAX by tomorrow.
Yeah, and then I'll just sleep in my car for a night, and I won't have to get to traffic.
I've considered that. How early do you show up to the airport for flights?
2 hours before.
Okay, good.
If it's Ontario, dude, hour and a half.
Dude, I show up late. They'll wait.
It's genuinely so much easier.
It really is. It's such a small airport.
Yeah, it's so nice.
You can also go to the Palm Springs airport. That's a low key. Like it's kind of a drive.
That's too far.
But it's just as
I guess
sparse.
I understand now why like people in California are such like little bitches.
Why?
Because everything is just so accessible. And like, nah, I don't want to drive an hour to another airport. I want to go 25 minutes and I'm good.
You're telling the detectives that are listening to this right now that exactly where you live.
Yeah, well,
and giving them radii. Is that the plural of radius?
I mean, if I was doing something like that, I'd probably just hoof it, dude. I'd rent a car.
From where?
Don't worry about it, dude. I'll change it up every time. It's always going to be a sports car, though. Automatic.
Those shouldn't exist. Should not.
Give me a fucking Ferrari automatic. What did you say?
I will give you a consolation if it's the paddle shifters. A lot of purists don't like them, but I'm like, that looks dope as fuck.
It's like a video game, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Put a turbo in that bitch so it has a blow-off valve.
We should start playing Need for Speed as like you have to do manual transmission.
That's annoying.
I don't even know how you. It'd be cool if you had to like move the stick in the shape of the.
You know what'd be cool if the DualSense 5 could lock the stick so it was like a transmission.
And it's like there.
Yeah.
So like you're in first gear, it's like up to the left.
Yeah, and it stays there until
then
you put it in second. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Fucking cool
that
as
would
fuck,
be really
dude.
cool.
And if you had to like, I mean, you there is 4 buttons on the shoulder, so realistically you could do a clutch accelerator mechanism. But then you would have to
make
change
L1 the clutch.
Yeah, you would have to change like certain other things.
What is L1 normally? Handbrake?
Yeah, those R1, L1s are usually some kind of brake.
But you can use. I usually use square anyway.
And or reverse, depending on
think.
some. But yeah, I know there's other
or X.
settings.
No,
too.
X is nitro.
X used to be accelerate though. Do you remember that in like
Yeah.
GT3?
Yeah, when you never used to slow down and just keep your finger on the button the whole time.
It's like an F1 car.
Yeah.
Those sound so fucking cool. It's like,
yeah.
What is that?
When I take my trip through Europe, when I hit the lottery, I'll fucking go to a Formula One race.
That'd be dope.
That'd be cool,
Go
right?
to that. Where is it? They have that race. Is it Monaco? Like through that fucking European city. That would be dope.
Yeah.
Those guys doing, dude, it's so scary. It's like 2 lane, 3 lanes, and they're doing fucking 400 miles an hour. Maybe not that crazy, but it's
crazy.
I watched Top Gear. Have you seen Top Gear? Those fucking Brits talking about cars. Nobody can
but
break.
I know what you're talking about.
They had one of the dudes like try to drive a Formula One car, and he was saying that he's driven so many cars, and Formula One cars, it's not the thing. It's like flying an airplane, because
there's just so much power.
Yeah, the tires are so slick that you have to maintain above 80 for them to stay on the track.
What the fuck?
So like that's why out of the pit they just fire off, because they have to get that traction before they hit the track.
Oh my god.
So that's why there's wings and like all the downforce and stuff, and it is a lot of just holding down the accelerator and then hoping you let it go at the right time.
Oh my god.
There's one guy who, well, there's a few guys that do this, and I don't know if it's a technique or if it's instinctive, but because the frame is like carbon fiber, they'll bend the car around a corner. They'll do a small counter steer and then bend the edge so that like they're literally like an inch away from the wall to get around that.
Oh my god.
Banana. And doing this at like hundreds of miles an hour. It's
yeah.
like,
Dude.
My hands got
insane,
sweaty talking about that.
I can't. I just don't understand people sometimes.
But it looks like fun. Looks like so much fun. Like those Red Bull
You kill yourself.
pilot
dude.
shit.
What?
With the air, they have the planes
Oh,
and they fly through the thing.
yeah. That shit's cool.
That's some Top Gun shit.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I like the fucking mountain bikers that do the crazy jumps.
Why are we
Off
only
of
talking about
cliffs.
white people stuff though? Like,
I don't know. What's something that
I agree though.
Asian people do.
Oh,
it was an extreme sport.
I saw something that was totally bananas, and they're trying to convince me that they're like, oh yeah, everyone that like there's hundreds and thousands of people that do this, but I'm pretty sure it's just these two motherfuckers on this documentary. So they're in the parachutes, and they're going like hella low to the ground. And so there's a follower and a flyer, and the follower's the cameraman, and he's basically just tracing the path that the other guy in front of him, and they're doing this from the top of the mountain to the ground sea level, and they're doing it inches off the ground in a parachute, like full speed, doing barrel rolls in this goddamn parachute, doing like flips through canyons, crevices, like trees that split off from like a rivulet, like in between shit. And they're like, yeah, everyone that does it loves it. I'm like, fuck you, dude. You guys are the only two crazy people that are doing this. I don't know what I think they call it flying, but
this is just like a normal parachute, or is it like a special like thing?
it's like a regular skydiving parachute.
Okay.
Where you can turn it back and forth and
Do you want to go skydiving?
yeah. I should add though that it depends on the day that you ask me, because I'm very like some days I'm like, no, I'm not into that shit. That's too high. That's too scary.
All right, but like, what if you plan it and you have a day that you're gonna go? Would you go, or would you like maybe at the last minute just be like, nope, that's
no. If I've already scheduled, then I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hate every minute of this, but at least it's over.
I think it'd be so fun.
The skydive?
Yeah.
I think it would be fun. I don't want to do it with another like a dude
Too bad.
with me, you know?
Got to.
I'm
That's
gonna
so
get so
worse.
scared that I pop a boner. And
Well, luckily you'll be on the front. So
he'll still feel it. That's how big my dick is. It's gonna be like, hey, the aerodynamics of this parachute's a lot different. Sorry.
Yeah, we seem to be cutting through the air a lot easier.
That's how Rudolph did it, so.
Yeah.
Listen.
Hey, you know how Spotify and everyone has that fucking year breakdown of like, this is what you listen to, these are your whatever,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blahs. How come PlayStation doesn't do that and tell me how much of my time I've pissed away on their goddamn console?
It's because it's not seen as much of a good thing for whatever reason. When you see like all this shit that you listen to on Spotify, it's a good thing. Like, this is my year in review. Like, we connect music to our lives for some reason. But like video games is different, where it's like if you see you spent 61 hours on like
But they do give you those stats pretty regularly.
on Fall Guys,
Okay. but
like on
like,
save games.
on the game, yeah, they'll show you like, you know, time played and stuff. So I disagree, I think. And I think
that might
PlayStation's
be a
just-
legal thing
they're being lazy.
for them to be like, no, listen, we told them how long they've been playing.
I want that. I want to know, because like, all right, 2020's wrapping the fuck up. What was your one game of the year?
The game that I played most?
No. Your personal, in 2020, this is the best game that came out that I played. And then, if it's not the same, the game you played the most, / mode of game.
/
you played the
Call of
most,
Duty.
/
Warzone was the playing when I
Most
played
hours?
the most. Yeah, for
Do
sure.
you know how many hours you've pumped
No.
into Warzone? Do you
No.
want to know?
Nope.
I wonder if I can look
Because
it
it's not good enough.
up. It shows my lack of commitment to my squad.
for whatever I spent, it's not good enough for it to be that. Dude, I don't even know if I got a game that came out this year. Did I?
Let's see.
I'm usually a person that buys like 2 or 3 year old games for $20.
I'm gonna look up. See what.
Can I
came
tell
out.
you what my favorite game that I've played this year,
Yes.
though, has been Astrobot.
Nice.
Yeah. That game is above and beyond, in my opinion.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Yeah. A lot of people said that once they played through it, the
Yeah.
overall experience is just...
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
My first platinum trophy. I got all of Astrobot, and it's
Platinum. How hard?
not very.
So it's a platinum trophy, and then on the bottom it says uncommon.
No, it still says very rare, but it is a very high percentage for a very rare trophy. It's like 1.4%, which is pretty high for like a platinum trophy, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So
how many hours did it take you to pump in?
Probably not that much, to be honest. I'm trying to find out. Can I see? Do we know on the PlayStation
I
app?
keep trying to see, but I mean, it just gives me this list. So like The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy, Worms, Doom, Rocket Arena, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cyberpunk.
Oh, I mean, Tony Hawk came out this year.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
probably one of the better games that's come out.
Beanox knocking it out of the park.
Yep.
Let's see, I'm just going through this list to see if you picked up any of these, and I don't think so. Fall Guys was the sleeper hit of the year, I'd say. That just kind of out of nowhere. This is fucking dumb, but we're all playing it now. Like,
yeah.
good for you. That's how
For a
you
little
release
while.
a game. But I mean, if you just need a quick nut and you want to run away with that nut, congrats, bro.
It was very brief.
Oh, Predator Hunting Ground came out. I meant to pick that up, actually, just because it looked fun. Monster, and there's some games that came out that I'm like, why? I haven't even seen. This is the first time I'm seeing your screenshot.
Of what?
Like a lot of games that came out in 2020, like independent games. And I'm just being a hater because I'm like, if you're not mainstream, I don't want to play.
Yeah.
It. That means it's buggy, maybe.
I also just don't have a bunch of money. Dude, if I had a bunch of money to spend on games, I would play way more games. I'd probably have PlayStation Now, and I would have done that and played a lot more. But I just don't. So I just kind of make do with what I got, you know?
So you've been playing Warzone then?
I've been playing Warzone.
All right, so we're going to do the same math that we did for your World of Warcraft.
But I think Tony Hawk was the best game that came out this year.
Yeah, going through the list, I agree that was the game I most look forward to.
Yeah, and I still play it. I throw it on still.
I fired it up in like a month.
Oh, you're missing out.
I'm sure.
You're going to have a huge file to download. They gave an update file where it's like solo tours. It's like, okay, now get all the goals with every single skater after you've already
you
gotten
told me about that.
all their stats up after you ran through every single.
They're like, run it back, homie.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, okay.
All right, so do you think you play Warzone every day?
Pretty close, yeah.
Pretty close. Give or take
1 to 2 hours.
Holidays.
Yeah.
So we'll say you play probably 320 days a year.
That's fair.
When did you play it all year?
Yeah.
And we'll say on average 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Closer to 2?
Probably.
Definitely not an average of 2 hours a day?
No.
Okay, so we'll go.
There'll be some days I just play it like an hour, jump off, because my friends are on and then they go to bed because they're East Coast.
So, according to our math, you've probably played 23.3 days of Warzone.
That makes sense.
Does that calculate? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Now, going back to Warcraft, is that more or less time?
Less.
Significantly less?
Yeah, significantly less.
Do you think if you didn't play WoW, you would have gotten significantly more pussy because you had other things to do?
I don't care.
That was going to be my follow-up, and I was going to, would it have been worth it? No.
I fucking love that game, dude. If I had the money and like if I had the rig to run that game, you bet your ass it'd be part of my daily routine.
How early do you wake up to play WoW on your current lifestyle then?
Like on an off day?
Sure. Like let's say today you were playing WoW.
No podcast. Like it's a free day.
Still podcast. Like you still had today?
Okay.
but you were just playing WoW now. You have the resources, you have the raid, you have the game.
Okay.
Where do you fit that into today?
I play when I get home from this until I have to do anything else.
Until Monday,
until whatever comes up.
Until I have to take a shit, and maybe the building power goes out.
I'm not gonna stop playing because I have to take a shit. I'll just go take a shit and come back.
Switch over to the laptop. Got it. Wouldn't it be cool if you could swipe over like Tony Stark from your desktop to like an iPad
The
or
TV?
something? Yeah. Or you send it to the bathroom. You're like, all right, I'll meet you over there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, to be honest, if I got a new computer, I wouldn't even get a monitor. I'd just use my TV.
Oh, good move. Good move. From the couch.
Yeah. 42 inches of goodness.
That's the life.
Yeah.
You should get a curved one. That should be your upgrade.
I don't want to do that. We've talked about this.
I know, they look so dumb. They look cool for a second.
For a second.
When it's lit, and then you sit in front of it and you're like, this is inconvenient.
Yeah. A little bit. I mean, if you're like right in front of it and it's like encapsulating
but
you.
That's the only place you can sit now.
Yeah, but I'm alone anyway, so
I have no friends.
it's fine. I'm just playing World of Warcraft.
Your friends are all there with you.
I was watching somebody play WoW on Twitch last night before I went to bed.
And you started
And
Twitch.
I was like, oh, this looks so nice. I just want to play.
Did you fall asleep to it?
No,
Put it on very
don't-
low
I don't
volume.
fall asleep to it. Because if something's on, I watch it.
Mm.
So I have to turn it off if I'm going to fall asleep. Or else I'll just keep staying up and watching it.
You just have to. It's like, I can't turn it off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm so
tired. I was always the person, like, I never fell asleep in class, no matter how tired I was. Because, like, there's something going on. There's something for me to pay attention to. Like, I just can't not.
I always fell asleep in chemistry class.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. We were learning about, like, valence electrons and shit. And that's something you have to pay attention to.
I mean, not really.
Not now. Like,
Nobody
I
cares
learned
about electrons.
I learned it later, and then I was like, I get it now.
Yeah.
There was a very sweet TA. You know, I don't know if you guys had this. They'd send in like the college people about to graduate, trying to get their credentials to TA in class.
Yeah.
So there was a very sweet one in our chemistry class that would always be very nice and very kind. She was like, George, you have to wake up. George. George,
Were you
have to wake
snoring?
up." No, I was just out.
Oh.
And it's like, I guess she didn't know if I was like being abused at home, if I was being neglected and stuff. So
This is chemistry. This is college, bro.
No, this was high school.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, that's weird.
Sophomore
You had
year.
teachers' assistants in high school?
Yeah, we kind of I shouldn't say big, but it was a very dense
Huh.
high school for a very small place.
Interesting. I don't think it's as small as you
She was
say
nice.
it is.
We had a 300 in my graduating class. So, and like any other high school, it got significantly smaller year after year.
Yeah.
So I think the freshman class when I graduated was close to 500. And then so extrapolate that. That's how many people were at my high school on any given day.
That's a lot.
But my class was only 300.
Mine was 82.
That's why you're at the top of your class.
Yeah.
In everything. Black studies,
Yeah.
women's rights.
I was the only one in black studies. No, we didn't have black studies. They were like, what's that?
We have a basketball team. Is
Yeah.
that enough?
Yeah. With no black people.
Hey, have you played? Because I wanted to ask you, because you know how we always do. What movie would you make? What
Oh my
show
God.
would you make?
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac. Are you familiar with the actor from Ex Machina?
Which one?
Not the robot.
No, but which one? Which
Star
guy
Wars.
in the? Okay, now I know who. Yes.
Yeah. So Oscar Isaac has been cast as Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid,
I saw this.
and now I don't want to watch the movie.
Why?
Because I was.
You don't like him?
It's not that I don't like him. I always imagine, especially playing MGS1, a very Kurt Russell type
Older, grizzled.
Yeah, older. Not
Dude,
that
if
he's
they
not
cast
old.
Kurt Russell, that would have been the best move.
Kurt Russell is like they can make him like the older Snake later. I don't know.
Oh,
Do what you
yeah.
need to do. They bring everyone back. So, but I don't know how I feel about that. Have you played any of the Metal Gear
No.
Solid games? You need to grab this one. It's kind of a filler of a game, but
I want to play Just Cause. Is it just Cause? Because or just cause?
I don't know. Have you been listening to the dialogue? I feel like they should have dropped that already, like in the fucking training. Why can you do this? Just cause.
Just cause. That really is how it is. Like,
Then
wait,
it might
why
be just
why
'cause.
why am I able to do this? Just cause.
Or are you avenging someone and you are doing it with just cause?
Well, it's like a Revolutionary War type.
Dope, seamless
Deal.
transition into our talking about the free games. By the way, good for you.
You're
Look
welcome.
Look at you, professional.
Yeah, I know. It's like a revolt, kind of like there's like a dictator figure, and then you're like leading the rebellion army. It's very Star Wars, and they're like,
They're always
oh,
so...
you want to fly? You want a wingsuit? Okay, here you go.
I wish they were more inventive with that, because it is always the rebellion. It's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
not creative.
And you have to like control like your army too, and you have to, I don't know, it's like there's a huge map, and it's like, oh my god, this seems like meticulous. But I'm gonna play it because I like the grappling hook thing. He just has a grappling hook, and you can just be like, just go wherever. You can be going
Why does
straight.
he have a grappling hook?
I don't know.
'Cause?
Just cause, just cause. I'm sure it's explained in one of the first 3 games, but this is the 4th one. Like, you can literally be falling. If you fall, you'll take damage. But if you use the grappling hook to go straight down, you're fine.
Huh.
Why? Just cause.
Just because. Because it's carbon nanotubes. That's why.
It's like it really doesn't make any sense. And then you just parachute, and then you can just like bring your parachute in, go out and do a wingsuit.
It'd be
It's
hilarious.
Like, what is going on?
If every time you used your parachute, you had to then
Roll it
repack
up.
Yeah. It takes like 15 seconds, so you got to really choose when to use it.
Dude.
You can't just use it whenever you want.
And it's cool because you'd be like parachuting, and then you can like grapple like to like an edge, and it'll like pull you up further. It's like, it's weird because
That's what they did in Titanfall.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird because it's like, this doesn't seem possible, but the way they do it makes it seem possible.
Yeah.
It's really seamless. Like, it's really easy to control, and you can fucking use all your weapons in your parachute. Like, it is intense, man. And you can like grapple a barrel and tether it to something else so it flies toward that. Like, you can grapple people. Last night I was playing, I grappled onto a helicopter and was like hanging off of it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Just shooting fuckers. Let's
It
go.
was crazy, dude. It was like, you can just do whatever you want, like just
And
cause.
why? Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause.
It's so much fun. Like,
That's what they should have had as like the back when you flip the game over to read what it's about. And you're like,
Yeah.
you can do this, 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 and this. Why? Just cause.
just cause.
I would have
Yeah.
bought it immediately.
But it also feels like, oh, we're fighting for a just cause.
I don't need that though.
I feel like it goes both ways.
Fuckers. Make
I
a
know.
decision.
But it's so fun, man.
That's good. Right?
Yeah, you gotta fire it up and play it. You downloaded it, right?
I did. I downloaded everything.
Yeah, you gotta fire it up because it's like, it's just fun. It's just pure fun.
But why is it fun?
Just cause. It just is, man. Because you can just do whatever. You can ride shit. You get to fly planes and shit. Like, they chase you on motorcycles. You can just shoot them off and steal their motorcycle and just ride around. And you can jump off using your parachute and fly up off the bike. It's a great time.
That sounds great. It kind of looks like they're just, at least this batch of games, they're just giving you good times.
Yeah.
Not like greatest hits games or like here's an old game. They're like, you know what? These games are all fun.
Yeah.
Just go play them.
Have you played any of the other ones yet?
No, I was just looking them up. And Rocket Arena. Rocket Arena is described as a 3-on-3 competitive shooter that features several different heroes and an emphasis on dodging and precision shooting. So
Oh, not for me.
it's
You're gonna get fucked up. playing that game.
Overwatch-esque,
Yeah.
lanes based
We talked about
3-on-3.
this
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time.
we did. I'm down to get fucked up though.
I
on games
don't
like
want to
that.
play that. That doesn't sound fun to me.
I feel like all the good people that are good at that are playing Overwatch though, you know, and the ones that are left over.
There's a
just
few that are playing that for sure.
in Korea, and their ping's
they're
too
gonna-
high
they're
for us
gonna-
to get matched up.
Nope, they're gonna rape your
They're
butthole.
the only ones left.
Yeah.
Just like this is not even fun. Well, I'll report back next week and let you know.
All right. I'm not gonna
how
play
that
that one.
plays.
I will get worms though.
It's apparently, I didn't realize 32 players can battle it out online.
Holy shit.
So, yeah, and I believe it's crossplay enabled. So if you PC hook up with Xbox. Makes sense. It's not a fucking involved game, really.
Right.
You don't need controls. So that's cool. Fucking 32 people, though. I don't know if that's real time, or like, all right, I went. Now let me wait for 31 people to go.
Right. Well, I'm sure there's a timer.
Maybe. Or maybe they load all the shots and you now get to watch who shoots who one by one. Like you're like,
that's a good point.
Here's my send, and once everyone's done, all right, play it. See what happens.
But then somebody could move, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Just take I'm going to move 15 feet because they're just going to try to shoot me. That's going to be my first thing, and then I'll attack.
Yeah, we should find 30.
Yeah, we'll find out.
30 more people to download.
I bet you it takes forever to find a game.
Right? All 40 players now are playing for one lobby. 8 people don't get to play.
Yeah.
I hope not. I mean, it's a free game, and hopefully they're like me and they just download it to play it and try it. Because PS5 has on their free game Bug Snacks finally. Bug Snacks kind of look like Pikmin. It reminded me of Pikmin from the PS4. Or not PS4, N64. God damn it, I can't talk today.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's like you're just this character and you're kind of exploring an island, and I think you eat the bugs, and it's kind of platformery, kind of puzzle.
Huh.
Something you play on like the Switch Lite.
Right.
But apparently they're like, this is a PS5 game now, because you can only get it if you have PS Plus on PlayStation 5.
Right.
Which is fucked up.
It is fucked up, dude.
Rude. Like, if you're gonna make it free, there's no way it required. Like, it looks like this, dude.
Maybe it's a PS5 exclusive, dude.
That's fucking stupid. I hate when they do that.
Do you?
Yeah.
But they had to have some kind of incentive. I'm surprised the new Spider-Man wasn't a PS5 exclusive. I think they fucked up.
No, it's because we're all poor and they knew it. They're like, it's been a hard year.
Also, they don't have enough consoles for us, so.
That's true. That's true. Did you see PS5 Pro was trending on Twitter for no reason the other day?
No.
I went through and I looked it up and I clicked and nothing about a PS5 Pro. It just happened. I guess people are over the PlayStation. They're like, all right, when's the next one?
Right. Dude, I saw a headline from an article saying that scalpers of the PS5 have no regrets about like scalping and like upcharging on their PS5s. And I'm like, yeah, they shouldn't.
Why is that an article?
I don't know. I think people are like, oh, that's wrong, especially in like today's college. Like, oh my God, that's wrong.
That's capitalism, bro.
It is capitalism.
That's black market shit. That's
and
how that happens.
if other dumb people wouldn't pay that $1,200, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
But they will.
The
so
market dictates the price.
Exactly.
These people just don't know simple economics.
Yeah, I mean,
people.
Sony's missing out on about $1,000 worth of profit.
Definitely.
Like, if they were like, it's $1,200, people would be like, I mean, that's a lot, but okay.
Yeah, dude, people are like making PS5 transactions in the streets like strapped. It's ridiculous. Which makes sense. You're showing up. He knows you're standing on $2,000 cash.
Right.
Why give you I'm gonna keep killing people for 2.5 mil.
So Pearl Harbor Day is coming up.
I'm excited for it.
What's it like for there to be a day where your people attacked your people?
It's a little conflicting.
Yeah, a little bit of cognitive dissonance going on.
A little bit. And then there's also like a small part of an innocent bystander going like, what the fuck, dude? This is why we left the Philippines.
Yep.
War.
Yep.
What does it feel like for your people to try to forget that they put up fences and locked up my people and nobody knows about that?
How about these free games?
They're great. Bug snacks are a lot like the Japs.
Yeah.
I remember the first time, I think it was second grade, that my teacher explained, because this was the first time we were learning really about World War II in school.
Mm-hmm.
So she was explaining how everyone hated the Japanese people, and they started using racial slurs like the N-word. And I was like, I don't know what the N-word is. And I didn't for a while because there weren't a lot of N-words where I was from.
Right.
And so she's like, they called them Japs. Like she whispered it. And even as a child, I was like, that's not that big. That's the beginning of what they are. They're not calling them anything different. They didn't make up a word for them.
Right.
They were just like, they don't deserve the rest of the syllables.
Or like it's just quicker.
Yeah. I was like, I get it, dude. Like,
yeah.
why is this so bad? As a Jap, not bothered by it.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's efficient.
Yeah.
And I'm on efficiency 100%.
Yeah, I think it's all about the tone.
Japs. That sounded fine to me too.
Oh, see, we're gonna run down to the Japs, and we'll see you guys later.
You know, hey mom, hey dad, where are you guys going? Oh, we have to go grocery shopping. We're gonna stop by Miyamoto's and buy that Jap food. Oh, I brought that up because do you remember the famous Jet Jackson on the Disney Channel?
Yeah.
There is an episode where they're Christmas shopping.
Wait, that was a TV show? I thought it was a movie.
No, it was a show. It was a series.
Okay.
So there's an episode where they're Christmas shopping for whatever
is
he the famous Jet Jackson or did he play Jet Jackson? I don't remember.
The famous Jet Jackson?
Yeah, the kid. They were shopping for him. They're like, I don't know what he likes. And they ended up buying him like anime VHS tapes because that was very obscure back then.
Right. Ended up being porn.
No,
hentai.
they called the anime because they were like, oh, what are we gonna buy him?
Oh,
and,
no.
And his friend was like, oh, he likes that Jap anime.
Japame.
No, he called it Jap anime. Like 2 words. And I was like,
God.
I don't think you're supposed to say that. This is the Disney Channel.
That is hilarious, dude. I wonder is that on Disney Plus?
I don't know, because the dude died, so.
What?
Yeah,
Who
the
did?
kid that played Jet Jackson. He like
That doesn't mean it can't be on the
killed
Disney
himself.
Channel.
That was dark and shit. You know, maybe they put it for like February.
Only
or
if you
something.
Wikipedia who it was.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, go look it up because I want to find that
have it.
episode. But yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe white people just don't know. Maybe they put us all in fences and they conveniently forgot to tell everyone else.
I mean, I definitely knew that. It's not like I didn't know.
It's because people don't seem to remember. They're like, oh yeah, we were fighting against the Japanese.
Yeah, we just don't care.
Maybe.
We're just protecting our own.
They're just fighting for America.
Yep.
At least that piece of America that isn't attached and is in a different time
it's really
zone.
Not America. Yeah.
It's kind of rude.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. It's like why do you want to be on? Why do you want to own Hawaii and conquer this sovereign nation?
Because it's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. And to learn more, check out my podcast on this episode called The Pacific Express. First season's called Inside the Ring of Fire, where we take you behind the scenes and into ancient Polynesian history. Well, not ancient. The Hawaiian people are pretty recent, so
Yeah.
post-ancient, but not modern.
Right.
Is that an accurate time?
Sure.
It's the Cretaceous period of humanity.
I don't really know when you're talking about. Give me a year range.
17 to 1800s.
Oh, that's pretty recent.
Yeah, very recent. And a lot of shit goes down. Anyway, news.
What's it called? Where can the people find it?
You're going to find it here. It's called The Pacific Express
Oh.
in season 1. It's called Inside the Ring of Fire.
Did you
where
say
we
that
go
and I missed it?
Yeah, we go into the deep history of King Kamehameha himself.
Kamehameha.
He is the first to unite all the islands under a single banner, and he is the main reason why Hawaii needed to be part of the United States. Or United States felt like they needed the islands.
There you go. You don't have to listen to the first episode anymore.
That's like the first 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
There's plenty, bro. We got plenty to talk about.
You didn't ask me to do voices for it. And
No, because I decided just to have it be narrative.
That's
It's
cool.
easier.
Yeah, it's like a history podcast.
Sort of. More just me talking
You're
about
like-
shit that people don't know
You're
about.
like the Daniele Bolelli.
As long as he has no credentials, sure. My only credentials that I grew up learning this.
Whatever.
Daniele Bolelli is he's the weird accent. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't understand him. So
Yeah, it's kind of hard. But you want to be like Carlin, Dan Carlin?
I just want people to know about my people.
Oh.
So I want to
Well,
be.
I mean, you're gonna have to do
George
more than that
Farito.
eventually.
I got plans. I got ideas.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, I got a 3-week vacation coming up. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to Palm Springs.
The
I'm going
world
to
is
get a
gonna
spa.
burn.
It's going to be great. I think we are currently at like 13% capacity.
What do we have to get to? 15?
15.
Oh, it's over.
But I think we have to the end of the day. And what if the numbers
Today?
at the end of the day,
Every day?
are higher than 15%?
They're gonna assess it every day?
I'm not sure. It seems like it because these announcements are coming out live.
Yeah.
But I guess currently they've assessed it every day. Today, if we remain at 15 or below 15 by the end of the day, we then get put on the block, and we have 24 hours to transition into total, complete, utter lockdown for 3 weeks.
So in one day, we can be shut down for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's very touch and go. And then the end of the 3 weeks, even though like that's the mandated order, that's dependent upon if ICUs have even opened more back up. But then like if it happens again, there's a potential that we could do another 3 week. So, but they can't announce 2 at a time. They can only
So
do one at a time.
ridiculous.
It's so crazy. Just let everyone die, right? Just kill 'em.
mean, it's getting to the point where it's like it's almost not worth it to try to keep people alive. I mean, if you're high risk, just be careful. Stay home if you want to.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot of personal responsibility,
I
but
mean-
then a personal accountability as well. It's not. being-
yeah, to what degree like ruining the economy is all this worth? You know?
Yeah, I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
We're just in a weird spot where
We don't know anything.
3 weeks I have to pump out project. I might make a mixtape. I might
Think so?
I don't fucking know.
That'd
dude.
be
I
cool.
got 3 weeks of free time. I might write a book. Probably be a kid's book though. You know, Dr. Seuss books surprisingly long.
Yeah, some of them are.
You're like, dude, I get it. Fucking, you have a blue fish. Shit.
Yeah.
See Spot run. He ran the first time. Fucking
That's a 1-page book.
yeah. But now there's like 3 parts. It's ridiculous. Dude, did you see they're making a Clifford? I don't know if this is real.
A movie or
Yeah, live
what?
action Clifford. He's like this big ass Labrador.
Oh, that's stupid.
I'm in. No, I'm in. Fuck
It's supposed to be like giant.
gigantic.
Yeah, like
This is a problem.
unreasonably
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. Basically, Clifford is a kaiju, and it's going to be the next Pacific Rim movie. That's what it should be.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, the owner's like, I can't control him. Has to transform. Autobots, roll out. DMX playing Clifford.
Yeah. Arr, arr,
Boom,
dun, dun, dun,
boom,
dun.
boom, 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 boom. I rewatched After Party because that's what the part of quarantine I'm in, where I'm just rewatching things. Have you seen After Party?
I don't think
It's
so.
on Netflix. It's with Kyle. I don't know his last name. The rapper Kyle. It's like super duper Kyle. I'm famous for a while. Well,
I don't
anyway,
know what the fuck you're talking
it's
about.
got Wiz Khalifa in it, and I didn't notice this the first time around. I don't know how I missed it. It's got DMX in it, and DMX looks old AF. Like shoplift from Kmart again, old AF. I think someone's here.
That's probably you know who.
Boom, boom, boom.
Voldemort.
Voldemort.
I was looking for more information on the new Hogwarts game, but I don't think anything new has come out.
Just give me let me pay tuition to go to Hogwarts or something. I want the full experience.
Just give me a real Hogwarts.
Yeah, Hogwarts Online. And then lie to me. It doesn't operate over the internet. It operates over the intranet.
It should be VR, first of all.
Ooh. But then we need Move controllers.
Yeah.
It should be, though, and it should be massively multiplayer where you can sit next to each other. You have your wand, I have my wand.
It should be.
Yeah, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
It should be VR. It should be MMO for sure. When I read it was single player, I was like, that kind of.
MMO PvP.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The single player kind of takes a bit away from it, but I'm still gonna obviously play it and buy
Fucking nerd.
And dude, I'll pre-order. I'll do the deluxe edition. If you think I won't, I will. I'll go into debt because of it.
Are you that big of a Harry Potter fan?
Yeah.
All right, not main cast. Who's your favorite secondary character? Because obviously, aside of the three, the main three is everyone's favorite.
So aside from those three,
basically,
who's my favorite?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I don't even know if I've thought about this.
Well, now you're gonna think about it. Is it a teacher? Is it a kid? Is it Cedric Diggory?
Probably Malfoy.
You fucking Slytherin, you. Why?
He's a
Why?
great character.
Why? His arc. He's so. All right, no, I respect your choice.
Also, homeboy that acts for him is really good.
He is good. He was in The Flash, and I was like, I can't ever see him as anything but Malfoy, and I was wrong. I was totally wrong.
Yeah, he's really good. McGonagall's a good character.
Yeah, I agree.
Her arc is good. Yeah.
Her
rising to headmistress.
Her mom status. Her slept on. Realistically, the second most powerful wizard in the wizarding world, and all she does is turn into cats and teach kids.
Yeah, she's pretty dope.
Least favorite character in the series.
Ooh, Moaning Myrtle.
Why? She's a slut. She's always trying to peep in on the kids.
I know she's a creep.
Harry. No, really, I think my least favorite character is Dolores Umbridge.
Oh. I mean,
I hated her.
I mean, yeah, but you're supposed to.
I understand, but I didn't have that sort of feeling towards anyone else. Not even Lucius Malfoy. Not even in the scene where Dobby dies. I didn't feel that level of hate. But I think she reminded me of my 7th grade teacher. That's why. And I was like, "Fuck this bitch! I will gladly kill you for free."
Whoa!
I was so mad. I was angsty when it came out.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. I have a lot of feelings.
She's a great part of the story, though.
Great?
Yeah.
It's frustrating is all I felt.
Made that 5th book interesting, at least.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that one that would have been all right, this is lame.
That's true.
And it also makes, their Dumbledore's army dangerous, in a sense.
You know what I didn't like is that I liked all of the vocabulary in the world except for that. I was like, Dumbledore's army? You couldn't come up with something.
It was pretty weak, yeah.
Fucking cooler. They have Death Eaters.
Yeah. You need to be life givers.
Or I don't know, Muggle Munchers. I don't fucking know. Then they call them Mug Munchers. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. I had one more Harry Potter question, but I forgot. Whatever. We can wrap this shit up.
All right.
What game are you playing as soon as you get home?
Just cause.
Why?
Cause it's just cause.
Where can they find you? Are you streaming your live games yet?
No.
Are you gonna do that?
I need better equipment.
Story of our lives.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram, I guess, at @the_Slim Henderson. On Twitter at Slim Henderson.
And yeah. I'm at the George F. We are at the Buddy System Co. You've been listening to Gameboiz. For more Buddy System, go to www.thebuddysystem.co.
Why?
Just cuz.
Hey,
bye, guys.
listen.
Hadouken!